I like to joke that I got into this business because I love dress-up.
This One Life to Live memory is brought to you by Fruit of the Loom. Everybody loves fruit.
There was a producer who thought it would be a great idea to take away all Dorian's money, hence her wardrobe, and put me in prison. But I loved the B movies of the 30s, 40s, and 50s. This was a women behind bars flick, as far as I was concerned. Tiny? I wore no makeup. I didn't have my hair done. I didn't let them tailor the prison uniform so that it looks better. I just loved being bare bones, down and dirty. The fans loved seeing me like that. I did have a bottle of nail polish, and occasionally you would see Dory trying to keep her nails looking nice.
What do you think? It's my usual color, jungle red. Rather suited to our primitive environment.
That's the other side of Dress Up Diva. Happy 30th anniversary, One Life to Live.
Previously on One Life to Live.
I think I just partnered up with R.J. Gannon.
How could you do such a fool thing?
Because I need Blair back.
I'm not going to be gone forever, Mom.
Well, you may not be gone at all.
I'm right. Peter Manning tried to...
No.
You raped him?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Hello?
I got to talk to Joey. Is he there? Dorian.
Congratulations, Joe. I understand you have a new girlfriend.
I have a girlfriend?
So I heard.
From whom? Kelly?
I mean, Kelly knows
Knows what, Dorian?
about you and Barbara.
Barbara? Barbara Graham?
Yes, Barbara Graham.
Hey, Joey. Dad's on the phone. He says it's urgent and top secret.
Is it about Mom?
If I knew, it wouldn't be so top secret, right?
Excuse me.
Of course. Good morning. They don't make it easy on you, do they?
Brothers.
Well, darling, if you need anything while your mother's away, you just call me.
Yeah, Dad.
Joey, it's Kevin. Don't say anything. I don't want Dorian to know that it's me. I'm in a real bind here. She accused me of sleeping with Barbara.
Oh, that's great. I guess she's psychic now, right?
I had to tell her something, Joe.
Like the truth?
I told her that Barbara was seeing somebody else.
Who?
You.
Oh, that's great, Kev. Thanks a lot. You know, that's why she's all smiles and questions.
Look, I need you to back me up.
You don't mind if I sit down and make myself comfortable, do you?
I don't think so, Dad.
You know, my life is not the only one that's on the line here, Joey. Cassie's too.
Well, I think you maybe should have thought about that a little earlier.
Well, you know what? I'm really sorry. You know, when you're facing death with a madman with a dynamite strapped to his waist, you really don't think. You act on impulse.
Oh, that's a great excuse.
You want me to suffer the consequences, Joey? That's fine. Maybe I don't deserve her, but Cassie loves me. And she's the only woman that I think can give me the strength to be a decent family man. She's gotta be.
Aren't you forgetting somebody else?
Well, you know how Dorian is. She's gonna do whatever it takes to protect Cassie, and that's why I need you. That's why you and I have to do whatever it takes to protect Barbara. Now, I'm counting on you, bro. I gotta go. I felt you. I didn't know you were there.
Oh, I was just helping David shave. Can't hear anything with the water running. So who was that? And why do I need protection?
You and Sam will argue mitigating circumstances. Rachel has no priors. Georgie goaded her beyond belief, so I think there's plenty of room for a plea bargain.
Did you trust the system when Drew's life was at stake?
That's why I know how hard this is, but you're handling it a lot better than I could.
Oh, God, I'm not handling it at all.
Well, then, we'll handle it together. We reconnected last night. See, that's what was missing, but we got it back. Didn't we?
You need to ask.
I was kind of spooked, though, when you weren't home when I got home.
Well, you understand that I needed to see Rachel, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I understand.
And you gave me strength. I need to give her some of mine.
She's got it. She's had it since the day she was born. That's why I know she's going to be okay. So are we.
How long have you been standing there?
I didn't want to interrupt. Was that a goodbye kiss?
Like it's any of your business?
As opposed to a hello kiss.
I better get down to the courthouse.
Well, that answers that. May I come in?
No, you may not. What are those?
Oh, these are for you. Plus, I have some good news to share.
Let me tell you something. Our sharing days are over.
You know, I think I'm going to leave you two alone to work this out. I got to get down to there for Rachel's plea bargaining and Todd's preliminary hearing, so I really got to go to the courthouse.
I'll meet you down there later.
Good. And thank you for such a peaceful morning. I really needed it.
So did I.
You did that already.
Just ignore him. Good luck with Todd and with Rachel.
I'll do my best.
Best is very impressive.
Bye.
Bye. Don't you have any pride?
Oh, you mean that stuff that comes before a fall? No. So, what do you want first? The presents or my news?
You know what? I could care less, Max, because I have more important things on my mind right now. The father of my child could be put away for the rest of his life.
Shut up, Sam!
Did he rape you, Todd? Did he rape you, Todd?
Of fulfilling our wildest dreams.
Cassie's mom found your morning after pills. She used to be a doctor, so she knows what they look like. Were you afraid that you were going to get pregnant?
She had no right going through my things.
I agree.
And it's nobody's business what pills I have
Well,
or
it's certainly not Dorian's, but considering the circumstances, if you thought that you were pregnant...
I'm fine. You can relax.
Right.
So, what did you tell Cassie's mother?
Well, you know, Dorian's a real tough cookie. You gotta be careful with her, so I had to, throw her a red herring, and I told her that you were seeing someone. I told her you were seeing Joey.
That wasn't your father, was it? It was Kevin, getting you to cover his tracks.
Excuse me, real quick. I forgot my address book. Sorry. There it is. I'm going. Bye, dear.
So, we were saying, why did Kevin call?
To plan a double date with him and Cassie and me and Barbara.
And that was top secret.
I didn't want it broadcasted everywhere, Dorian. Because I didn't want it to get back to Kelly, just in case we still have a chance. I think Barbara's terrific, and she thinks I'm terrific. Which is good for my ego.
Not to mention your libido.
Dorian, have I answered your question?
It's not gonna work, Joe. I know you too well. And I know you care about Kelly. Kevin is trying to get you to lie for him. Don't do it. Be your own man.
You want to know what Miss Georgie Phillips said to me? She said, Rachel, you had all the advantages, but what did you do? You either quit, or you failed, or you did drugs. She even called me a loser.
The girl was sick. She couldn't even deal with her own life.
You know, in my head, I keep hearing her voice. You're a loser! You're a loser!
Don't listen, Rachel. For years, I heard Hank's voice in my head. Don't punish yourself that way. It turns into a bad habit.
Well, if it's not her voice, it's going to be somebody else's, right? Because I'm just one big giant loser.
Stop it. Just stop it, Rachel. You made some mistakes. You owned up to them. Now just move on.
Oh, right, until the next time that I screw up, right?
Cut it out.
Oh, but hey, you know what? I have less and less to lose as my life goes along because I'm a loser. First, I was a druggie. Then, or should I say then, now I'm a murderer. And I just feel like I'm watching my life just go down the drain, just swirling around and around and around. Bye-bye, Rachel. See you in that sewer. Because you know what? There's just no great loss.
Look, why don't you just take me and Indigo along with you, huh? Why not? Why not just end it all right now?
Hi, Cyrus Carr, Assistant DA. Let's get started. I understand you're seeking a suspended sentence.
Yes, Miss Gannon was pushed to the breaking point by a woman who both physically and verbally attacked her earlier that evening. She feared for her life, and we have evidence to support that. And she has no prior criminal record.
But she does have a history of drug abuse. She was admitted for rehabilitation to Landview Hospital, in fact.
Yes, but no crime was committed, and she's been clean ever since.
She's continued to associate with undesirables. She worked for her uncle, R.J. Gannon, an ex-con currently under probation for kidnapping, who had a connection with Carlo Hesser.
Again, absolutely no crime was committed. I mean, it's not relevant.
Why did your client allow her stepfather and stepbrother to be charged with the crime? Why did she say nothing when Todd Manning held 14 people hostage, ostensibly to force a confession out of one of them?
Well, she did. And she prevented further bloodshed.
Weeks after the crime. If it was essentially self-defense, why didn't she telephone the police that night from the scene?
Well, there was a major storm that night. All the phones were out.
And yet, Miss Gannon went all the way up to that lodge, a lonely place, on a stormy night to look for Miss Phillips, who, as you say, hours before had beaten her brutally. That doesn't sound like self-defense to me, Counselor. That sounds like premeditated murder.
Bad enough that I'm your dirty little secret. Now you want to make me Joey's, too?
I was trying to keep you out of the line of fire. You have no idea how destructive Dorian can be.
Oh, you were trying to protect me. I don't believe it. You were trying to protect yourself. Just be honest.
No, I did it for us.
Why? What for? I mean, what do I have to lose, right? A job? No, I can get another one. You? I only had you for a couple of hours in a wine cellar when I thought I was going to die.
I'm sorry.
Look, I don't intend to mess up anything between you and Cassie.
I never assumed that you did.
Didn't you?
No, I didn't. I just didn't want you to get hurt by Dorian, by me, by anybody.
Well, I can take care of myself.
Wait a second. Cassie told me that you decided not to quit.
Yes, that's right.
What made you change your mind?
Because neither you, Kathy, nor I are the most important people in this equation. David is. And I am not about to let him get hurt for our mistake. I think it's time for his exercises. If you'll excuse me.
Yes. Okay, now, pay close attention because there is a theme here. No?
Christmas?
Wait, okay. Here. This should do it. Here. Ah. Now does it ring a bell?
You have good taste in dresses?
Tell you what, I'll give you a hint. Our favorite yummy bear colors in commemoration of a certain night in a certain wine cellar.
I get it. Sam buys me a dress and you buy me 3.
I didn't know that Sam bought you a dress. And anyway, these can't begin to make up for what I did using you to get information about Todd.
Mm-hmm. Well, you got that right.
So there's more. Allow me. Okay. Go.
How much did it cost?
Don't worry, I'm good for it.
No, how much is it going to cost me, Max?
Blair, I am so deeply in debt to you for so many things that I could give you the Hoke diamond and we would never be square. And I want you to know that I intend to keep on giving to you for the rest of our lives. There's only one thing that I ask in return. To watch our kids grow up together with you beside me.
If you start to believe them, when they tell you that you're a loser, then the game's over. Because you're thinking, what's the point in even playing the game anymore by my rules or anyone else's? But it happened to me, and I'm not going to watch it happen to you.
It already has.
Look, the Holden kidnapping started me on my trip to the bottom. I get shot. I almost die. Then they shut down my club, and I'm on probation. So in slimes my old pal, Jackie Mack, like the serpent in the wilderness offering temptations. He offers me a way out. His way.
Only you didn't take it.
And why was that?
Because you're too smart.
Maybe, maybe not. The point is, there was a time when I wouldn't have let it stop me.
Oh, well, gee, Uncle RJ, what changed?
You walked in here and said you wanted to work with me.
And?
And you didn't treat me like bad Uncle RJ the Hood. You gave me something, a reason to try to clean up my act. So now, I'm going to return the favor.
Okay. But you know what? It's a little too late.
Listen. You're going to listen to me. Listen to me. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to feel weak, but it's not okay to quit. Whatever they give you, whatever deal is made, you will play it out. You'll play it out straight. If it's cell time, probation, I don't care. It does not matter. You're going to do it, and you're going to stay straight while doing it. I need you to do that. Okay?
Why?
To help keep me straight.
scared.
Not gonna put this on me.
Oh, yes, I am. Sorry. It's too late. I'm giving you no choice. I will be here, waiting. And so will Club Indigo. I promise.
Rachel's association with her uncle and her past history of drug abuse is not admissible in a court of law, and it has absolutely no relevance here.
It's relevant to her character, but let's focus on the night of the murder.
What murder? We don't even know that a murder was committed. All the evidence points to an act of self-preservation or self-defense.
She confessed.
She confessed to what? To raising a bat when Georgie advanced threateningly towards her with a fireplace poker in her hand, taunting her every step of the way. My client had to believe that an attack was imminent.
We have only her word there was any threatening advance or any taunting. Why didn't she just run away?
We have more than that. We have physical evidence. There was a gouge in the bat. It matches the shaft of the poker.
Nora, please. Huh? Now, maybe my client just raised the bat so that she could run away.
There's a good chance that Georgie was only given a glancing blow. Well, we don't know for a fact that Georgie was dead when Rachel left the lodge.
Nora, what we're doing here is trying to establish whether or not there was premeditated murder.
What I'm doing is I'm pointing out to the Assistant District Attorney Carr that if this case should go to trial, there are so many holes in it, any jury could see that. Do you know how many people there were up at the lodge that night after Rachel left? Almost a body.
Excuse me, let's try to stay on track here.
This is on track. They can't prove that Rachel killed Georgie.
They can't prove anyone else did it either. Where are you going with this?
I'm establishing reasonable doubt.
Save that for a court of law. Will you excuse us for a second, please? Just what the hell do you think you're doing?
Are you losing your objectivity here, Counselor? Are you protecting another client?
For God's sake!
Enough with the sidebar. Are you implicating someone else in Georgie Phillips' murder? If so, who?
No, absolutely, we're not.
Wanted to see you again, Manning. Back in here. You know you're going to spend the rest of your life in a cell like this?
Well, maybe Nora will visit Rachel up in Statesville. Sam will probably come visit me. Maybe the two of them can ride up there together. Who knows what they'll do in that car, all alone.
You spend an awful lot of time thinking about sex, don't you? For a guy whose idea of good time is roughing up women, hurting them, dominating them. You're never going to hurt a person I love. Ever again. They're going to bury you. Alive.
You can't get to me anymore, Dorian. I know what you're capable of. You seduced me to get to my mother, remember?
If it makes you happy to think that, you go right ahead.
What are you trying to do now? You trying to get back at her?
I am trying to protect my daughter from marrying someone who's cheating on her. I think that's a very bad beginning to a marriage.
Why don't you just stay out of it?
Someday, when you're a parent, you'll understand. So help me. If Kevin is betraying Kathy, he's going to live to regret it. And if you are covering up for him, you're going to regret it too. I hope that you understand that, Joey.
You and RJ? Together? In business at Club Indigo?
That's the only way he could get it operating again. I mean, since he'll be on parole for a while. I've got big plans, Blair. I want you to be part of them.
Where'd you get the money, Max? For the big plans. The expensive dresses, the jewelry. Hmm? You sold your soul to the devil, didn't you? And you can't even say his name. Asa!
Can you please get over this? Can you please just forgive me?
Let me tell you something. You can't buy me the way that he bought you. No, let me tell you. It's going to cost you a hell of a lot more than these stupid dresses.
You can have it all, Blair. My life, my heart, my dreams.
Save the sentiment, Max. I don't trust it coming from you. Get out. Get out and stay out.
I know what you want, and I can give it to you.
I don't trust it. And on second thought, I'll keep this necklace. Because I earned it.
You won't forgive me.
Well, you're finally catching on.
I'm not giving up. Because I love you.
Nora, you seem to want to conduct this case.
Maybe I should have to, since you seem to be ignoring facts that can help Rachel.
This is a waste of time. You're not prepared to negotiate a deal. You can't even agree with each other. I'll tell you what, as soon as you get your act together, I'll reschedule. Until then, I plan on prosecuting Miss Gannon for murder.
Great. Just great.
Hey, guys. Car just shot past us like a rocket without a word. What happened in here?
Honey?
Sam just sent Rachel off to prison.
ABC Daytime.
You know, I don't think it's just fair. I don't think it's going to be good for you to stay on here because I can't give you what you deserve. Cassie left her husband, her child, for me. I'm committed to her.
I understand.
I know you do. And that's why you're going to move on, right?
Look, I really think you're making this more complicated than it needs to be. I mean, what happened between the two of us was just one of those things, right? We agreed it's not going to happen again. Cassie never has to know anything, and you've already taken care of her mother. So it's all under control. We can handle this. I mean, I can. Can you?
If that's what you want, yeah.
Great. Then I'm staying.
Okay, hotshot.
Hey.
I just saved you from Dorian for the time being. Now you owe me an explanation.
Why don't you
Ted.
just lighten up?
Oh, lighten up?
Look, if Barbara doesn't have a problem with it, then why should you?
Maybe because I have a heart.
Well, I guess I don't, Joey. So we're just going to forget that it ever happened, okay?
But it did.
Okay, it did, but it's not going to again. It's over and done with. So we can all just forget about it.
Get your clothes off my bar.
Our bar. I'm a half owner, remember?
And I think we need to make some changes.
I like it fine just the way it is. So do my customers.
Yeah, well, I've been meaning to speak to you about that. See, I'd like to aim for a little higher class customer, you know, ones with a little money to throw around that'll hopefully end up in our pockets, which is the whole reason for this little enterprise, isn't it?
Well, this club isn't just about money to me, Max. My soul's in this place.
Ooh. This is tacky.
You know, maybe we can, hey, that's a great idea. What's it take to get a permit for some tables outside? You know, kind of go for that Paris Cafe atmosphere class to join up? Oh, I know. How about a cigar bar? cafe table, cigar bar.
Yeah.
Look, Max, people come here to hear the music.
Oh, yeah, I've been meaning to speak to you about the music.
No, keep your paws off the music. I know music.
I suddenly got this thing for big band music.
If you destroy my club, if you even try to turn her into something she was not meant to be, I will destroy you. Partners or no, and you know I'll do it.
Haven't changed a bit, have you?
No, ma'am. And neither will my club. When Rachel comes back, I want her to find it just the way she left it.
Rachel's best shot at a suspended sentence is to convince Carr he does not have a murder case because he can't prove it. And then Nora goes off on a tangent about somebody else murdering Georgie.
Which you didn't like because it implicated your surrogate son, Todd.
My job is to help Rachel.
Not at Todd's expense, though, God forbid.
There are a lot of ways to exonerate her.
Carr wasn't buying one of them. I could tell that.
Of course, he took a hard stand. Come on, it's early in the game. I didn't expect to sew it up today. Now I've got a lot to fix, but I guarantee you, I'll fix it.
You can't fix it. He can't fix it. Carr's already made up his mind. He's going to prosecute Rachel for murder. How did this happen?
Let's have faith in Sam.
I don't. I don't have faith. He's not on her side. And you, what's the matter with you? How could you betray her like this? Aren't you the boss around here? Don't these people work for you? And you go and assign Carr to this case? Carr, he's a walking agenda with a big chip on his shoulder. All he wants to do is get his hands on a big, juicy murder case so he can pump up his reputation. I mean, what are you thinking of? What kind of father are you?
Boomer, we got a few things we have to talk about before the preliminary hearing. We have some decisions that we have to make.
Just get me out of here.
I can't do that. And if I told you anything else, I'd be lying to you, and I'm not about to start doing that now.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, it's that bad. There is not one shred of sympathy for you out there. People are lining up to testify against you. It's awful. Look, I got a client who has no visible redeeming qualities and shows no sign of remorse. You understand me? I mean, you've done some lousy things in your life, but I have to be able to get up there and tell them why. I have to get up there and tell them about Peter Manning and what he did to you and the torture and the abuse you suffered. I have to be able to tell people about what you did when you were 14 years old that made you want to kill him.
No. No.
Tonight with Peter Jennings.
What kind of rules do you live by? You know something, Joey? Not every situation is wrapped up in nice, neat little rules.
Or if you're like Grandpa, I guess those rules just don't pertain to the Buchanans. Is that it?
What the hell is eating you?
You're the chosen son, Kev, who's been groomed to take over the family paper. The great Kevin Buchanan. Why should you have to live by the same values as the rest of us, right?
Well, you know what? Sometimes I don't want to live there. I don't want to be there at all. You know what you ought to try, Joey? You ought to try being the firstborn son.
Oh, I'm feeling really sorry for you.
I'm the one who carries the family flag, and it gets heavy sometimes. I'm not allowed to show that it's heavy. I'm not allowed to show that I'm scared. But I am. Nobody knows the darkest parts of me. Not even you. Sometimes I need what happened in that wine cellar so that I can just go on, you know.
What about Barbara?
Maybe Barbara felt the same way. You know what, Joey? When you're facing death, you just do what comes naturally. You don't stop and think.
You obviously didn't, did you, Kev?
No, I didn't. I didn't. And you know what? I'm not going to sit here in front of you and try and justify it. But I promise you, I'm going to tell you right now, I swear, I will not touch Barbara again.
I think that'd be a great idea.
Hey, Joey. Joey, wait a minute. Listen. I want to thank you for covering for me, for Dorian.
You're right.
Going out?
Yeah, David's resting. He's got my beating number.
Whoa, well, I hope you're planning on having a good time.
Well, that's really none of your concern now, is it? Since we're over and done with.
I didn't want Carr to handle Rachel's plea bargain. Congressman Graham did, so did Sykes. They run the show now.
And you are so afraid of losing your job, you couldn't stand up on your own for your own daughter?
What have you done lately, huh? Who hired Georgie Phillips? And who didn't fire Georgie Phillips when she started acting so weird? And why? Huh? The girl played you like a fiddle. And that ego of yours couldn't get enough of all of that attention.
We are not the enemy here, folks.
And why didn't you see that Rachel was strung out after Georgie got killed? I'll tell you why. Because you were too busy playing with your old boyfriend, Sam, trying to pin a murder on your son.
That is unfair.
Can we not do this? And now you want to blame me for the mess you made of her plea
The
bargain.
mess I made? What are you talking about?
Why would you argue with Sam in front of Carr? Look, let me tell you something. If Rachel winds up in prison, you will be responsible.
No, stop! Just stop it. Right now.
You say one word about my father in that hearing, and I will call you a liar, and I will fire you.
You're not letting me do my job. You're not letting me defend you. And if you don't let me defend you, pal, you're going to prison for the rest of your life. You have to let me tell them.
Tell him what?
Go away, Sam.
What does Sam want to do? If there's a chance that you can be cleared, you got to take it for Star.
Not doing it Sam's way.
Todd, you'll go to prison.
I'm not going to do that either.
What other choice do you have?
You. I have you. You gotta help me.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.